Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about Asperger's disorder. Now, I had no idea what Asperger's disorder was until I started working at a preschool center about 2 years ago, and my very first year there, I had a 4-year-old who had some really big behavioral problems. And one of the things that I noticed was that anytime his routine was disrupted, he would often resort to violent outbursts. And this would often involve throwing books, throwing chairs around the room. And so, why was this child acting out like this when his routine was disrupted? Well, come to find out, this child actually had Asperger's disorder. And dealing with this child really inspired me to learn more about Asperger's disorder and what it was. And so through my research, I consulted websites such as Autism Speaks and many medical and psychiatric journals in my research, and it's really helped me understand this child and other children much better. It's also important to note that Asperger's disorder differs from classic autism because of the less severe symptoms, and there are no language delays in Asperger's disorder. So, going to my first main point, I want to talk about what Asperger's disorder is. And Asperger's is a high functioning autism that doesn't affect language skills or cognitive development. And according to the website Autism Speaks and John M. Grohol, who is a psychiatrist, some of the symptoms of Asperger's disorder are these individuals really prefer a repetitive routine, just like the child that I had mentioned earlier. And so, if that routine is disrupted in any way, they might resort to violent outbursts. They're also very hypersensitive to stimulation, and they might have some unusual nonverbal cues, such as maybe a lack of eye contact, or they don't really know how to regulate the tone of their voice or their inflections. They might seem a bit socially awkward in a sense. And that's one of the main things is that Asperger's disorder, the cognitive development or the language skills aren't affected. It's more so their interaction with other people. Going on to the second point is that our knowledge of Asperger's has grown significantly over the years. And according to Lilia Sechin, who is a psychiatric advisor, in 1944, a pediatrician named Hans Asperger was doing research and studying, and he identified 4 children who differed from the classic version of autism. These children displayed abnormal patterns and behaviors that were characterized by a lack of empathy, one-sided conversations, and clumsy movements. And he actually referred to these children as little professors. These children were very intelligent, but their social interactions were being affected. And so this differed from how classic autism was described, because in autism, it's more of a broad topic, and the language skills and cognitive development are also affected. But with Asperger's disorder, none of that is affected. It's the social skills and social interactions that these people have. And so in 1944, Asperger's is first included in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders for the first time. And this is a handbook used by clinicians and psychiatrists in the U.S. to diagnose psychiatric illness. And so in conclusion, we've talked about the history of Asperger's, how it came to be, and we've talked about some of the symptoms and exactly what it is. And in conclusion, it's really important that we take topics that we know little to nothing about and educate ourselves with them. Because just like for me, I took the topic of Asperger's, something that I had no idea about, and I educated myself on it, and because of it, I am better able to do my job and understand the children that I work with. Thank you for your time.